Welcome on in, everybody, to Three Bold Takes. Freddie, Quinn, and Chase here for another week of games, game 4 week. Guys, we just did our overreactions. Make sure to go watch that and check out other videos. Also, we're doing a new thing, question of the week. And this week, whose college fan base has the worst, or actually the best fans? We're going to go that way first. Who has the best fans? Let us know in the comments. We'll get back to you guys on that.
And now we're at another 2:30 window here. Number 15, Ole Miss at number 13, Alabama, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Alabama's lowest rating or ranking since 2015, I believe, which is a long time. That's 7 years that we have not seen Alabama ranked this low before. This is a 2:30 game, just like I said, in Tuscaloosa. Alabama is a 7-point favorite in this game. I've seen somewhere there's some places they're 11-point favorites, some places they're 10. I've got the ESPN numbers at a 7-point favorite. Quinn, let's talk about this game and save a Chase for last here.
For this one, before the season started, I had Alabama losing one game. That one game was this game. I have been about the only person I would say on this podcast. Chase has given me some hype man energy from the back. Freddie, you've been completely dismissive of me the whole time. I've been hot on Ole Miss for a minute. I don't know what's coming in that quarterback room in Alabama. I do know what's coming in that offensive line pass protection, which is absolute garbage. I also know that if there's anyone who wants to add their name to that list of ex-coordinators to beat Saban, Lane Kiffin wants that. I think Ole Miss wins the game. I've got Ole Miss by 4 points.
Wow. Okay. All right, Quinn. Hey, I applaud you for sticking to your guns from the preseason. I applaud you for that. Pretty much all of my predictions in the preseason regarding Alabama was out the window because I had them losing to Texas A&M. So, what it is at that point. Now, Quinn, you brought up a good point, and guys, we have done a whole video regarding the quarterback room at Alabama. So if you have any questions about how we're feeling about that, go back and watch that one. That was a reaction where we had a special guest, and you get all of our opinions on that. So I'm not going to dive deep into that again here. We just did that. This is a game that, could be a 45-40 type game. Now, can Alabama score 40 points? We've yet to see. They did against MTSU, but it's MTSU, no offense, Chase. It's MTSU in a week 1 home opener. So, a lot of juice is flowing. You think you're the man and all that stuff. I think Alabama wins this game, and I think this is the game that Ty Simpson makes a statement and proves that he is the guy moving forward. I think the offensive line plays better for their pass protection. And I don't know if you remember, but the end of the USF game, they started moving the ball. They started pounding and pounding and pounding like we've been wanting to see all year long. And I think that continues as well. I'm looking at a Alabama 9-point win here against Ole Miss. I think this is one of those games. Ty Simpson throws for 350 and 3 touchdowns, and the defense finally stops playing this lackadaisical playback, but then you send everybody and then get burned on the back end. I see a nice mix from Kevin Steele. I think Nick Saban may have a hand in the defense a little bit more coming up this year or this week than he probably has been. But I've got Alabama by 9. Chase?
Yeah, so typically, guys, I have a little sheet going over here with everybody's picks and everything. And typically, I write my pick down before I even talk, but I haven't yet. So I'm just going to let my emotions speak for me. Quinn, you mentioned Lane Kiffin as a protege of Saban that wants to win. And I called Lane Kiffin to be the first guy to do that. He wasn't, but I still believe he still wants that as well. But we're not even thinking about the guy that got ousted this offseason and Pete Golding, who's got to prove something on his defensive side. Now, Pete Golding did a Pete Golding in that Tulane game and almost coughed that game up for him at the very beginning. That was an atrocious start, but the offense got back into it. Lane Kiffin and them, they got it back and they won the game. They probably should have won it by a lot more, but they ended up winning by 17. And I think this is going to be a fantastic game. Alabama probably wants to see this team in week 7, week 8. They don't want to see him in week 4, and they don't want to see him for the first SEC game of the year. Ole Miss wants this because Alabama does not know what's going on with them. They have nothing going on with the offensive line, and the quarterback room is still a mess. I'm going to agree with Freddie here. I think Ty Simpson is going to make a statement, prove that he will be the quarterback of this team in this game. But I think Jalen Milroe is going to cough up the ball, and Ole Miss is going to take this game. I'm going to ride with Quinn here. I think Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin are finally going to take it, because I think it's going to start off very slow. Again, like I mentioned in the reaction vids, I think Jalen Milroe is going to start this game, and you're going to have to pull out a Tua and Jalen Hurts situation where Ty Simpson is going to have to try and save this game. And I don't think he will be able to try and save it. Or he won't be able to save it. My bad. I think Jalen Milroe is not, and the scheme is just not going to work in the first half of the game. And I think Ole Miss takes this game from Alabama.
So you have this playing out just like 2015. Jake Coker and was it Cooper Bateman? Ole Miss came into Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's if there's one quarterback that we knew is going in there that's going to start, that's going to get the okay, and is going to run this team, I'm saying okay. But just the confusion going into week 4, we've never seen this from an Alabama team. And so that's a huge problem in my eyes. And then also the hungriness of not only Lane Kiffin, but the defensive coordinator that's got to prove you just kicked me out, right? And you brought in the old fart, and I got to show you that I'm better than him, right? And so that's what he's going to try and come up with, all kind of schemes and defensive fronts that's going to confuse not only Milroe, but also whoever else comes in and that pass protection, because he is probably, a shout out Squish, but licking his chops, waiting for to get to that Alabama offensive line. So,
wow, I think this is the first time in an Alabama prediction going back to even the Talking Heads days where only one of us predicted Alabama to win. I would venture to say this is the first time ever. So, wow, I don't even know what to say after that.
All right, guys, those are our games of the week, guys. We did 8 this week because week 4 of college football is absolutely insane. As you can tell, there's a lot of great games. We even left a couple off that are still going to be amazing games. So you were probably booked from 11 to 10 p.m. to, this upcoming Saturday. So make sure to watch all those games. Let us know what you think. Answer the question that we had at the beginning of the pod: whose fan base has the best fans? And then also let us know what you think of all the games, man. We're a bunch of amateurs out here, but we're having a lot of fun with it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching 3 Bold Takes. Remember, comment, like, subscribe to us, guys. You have been blowing us up lately, and we're loving it. So we love all you guys. Thank you so much. For Freddie, Chase, and Quinn, we're going to be out.